Couple things today. Been setting up my rocker arm geometry. Now, I ran into a problem, if you notice, on this exhaust valve. Its stud sticks up a little high. Well, my rocker arm hits it on the back. So we're going to have to, I don't know if you can see that. Get down there. Yeah, see? Rocker arm hits it there on the back. And I'm just going to cut it off the bottom here. That little chamfer sticks up above the block a little over 1/8 of an inch, so I'm going to trim that off. Anyway, now back, and that'll be good there. I'm going to chuck him up in a lathe instead of on a grinder. Now, rocker arm geometry. What we're going to do, if I don't drop things, there it is. Alright. Checking rocker arm geometry. Now on a stud mount, you take your adjustable push rod and you got your stud. You actually set your valve train geometry with the length of your push rod, but on this setup, on this pedestal, you set it up with the height of this pedestal, and then that's your valve train geometry that you torque everything down and measure your push rod length. Anyway, a little bit of dry erase marker here, and I don't use layout dye. I don't use layout dye because it's messy, and I don't use the Sharpies because they dry too quick. Now you hold up on your tip so you don't want it contacting before you touch down. Now you take slap it down. Roll the motor over a couple times. You can probably get it off at one time, but I always do 2 or 3 that way. Just gives it a decent mark. And if you have to, you can hold your finger on that tip. Alright, make sure you're on your base circle if you can. Break her loose. Hold the tip up. And we have our first mark. It's just almost center. Some people would let that go, but I'm not going to. Now what I've been doing, because I started way over here, what I've been doing is taking a bench grinder and hand file and just machining that base down a little bit by hand. It starts out like this, and I trim, you see that chamfer, I trim all that down. And I've already went through all these other cylinders and done that. Now on the second cylinder, I didn't have to touch anything. I put them on there and I checked them like 6 times because I didn't believe it. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do, you're trimming these pedestals to match the valve that they're on, so you want to mark them. See here, I got 2 little dots, 2 little dots, and you can mark them however you want. If you got letter stamps, A, B, C, D, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have any of those at the moment, but I got transfer punches, so I just stamp little dots on them, and so on and so forth. So I'll just trim this up a little bit more, file it down some more, and get that geometry right, and then I'll get that one there, and this here will be done. And then I'll take the head studs out, take them up to the shop, chuck them up in the lathe, and once I'm done with that, I'll torque the head down and get my push rod length. Got an adjustable push rod here, and I'll get all my push rods checked out, and should be good to go. I know I said I'd do a video about the cylinder head comparing this one to the stock one, and I will do that. It just, I got excited really, and I wanted to go ahead and do this stuff. So there we are. There you have it. Have a good day.